What if the very place you thought was your downfall turned out to be the foundation of your greatest breakthrough? What if God's answer to your prayer came from the last place you would have ever looked? This is the true-to-life inspired story of Anna, a woman who lost everything but found God in the most unexpected place. Anna had always lived a carefully crafted life, a steady job, a growing savings account, a relationship she believed would lead to marriage. She was organized, disciplined, and devoted to her quiet time with God every morning. But it all unraveled in a single month. Her company downsized, she lost her job. Her fiancé, overwhelmed by the pressure, walked away. Her rent went up. Her savings went down. And the peace she once carried was replaced with anxiety, fear, and countless sleepless nights. She still prayed, still read scripture, but nothing made sense. "God, where are you in all of this?" she whispered one night in tears. Silence. The bills were piling up. Her refrigerator was nearly empty, and her hope almost gone, or so she thought. One night, after another rejection email, Anna sat alone in her tiny apartment. "I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." She picked up her Bible, opened it at random, and landed on Isaiah 43 verse 19. "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" She closed the Bible slowly. "A new thing? God, I don't see anything new. Just wilderness." But something shifted in her heart. Maybe, just maybe, this wilderness wasn't the end. That Sunday, out of desperation, Anna walked to a small local church she'd never attended before. Not for a sermon, but because she saw a sign outside that said, and something broke open in Anna, something deeper than tears. It was the start of healing. Free community meal, all are welcome. She sat beside a woman named Marcia, who had been through divorce, homelessness, and depression. But now she volunteered at the church every weekend. Embarrassed but hungry, she walked in. What she found surprised her. Volunteers smiled and welcomed her, not with pity, but with genuine kindness. Former addicts, immigrants, and widows. People with nothing in common, except one thing: hope. Anna met a man named Pastor Joel, then full-time. He was new to the area and planting a small ministry focused on job training for struggling adults. Marcia said, "Sometimes we have to sit in the basement before God brings us back upstairs." She was no longer asking, "Why, God?" but "How can I serve you here?" He learned about Anna's background in administration and event planning. He said. They both laughed. Hope grew. She was chasing purpose. Then someone whispered, "Thank you. I needed to hear that. And I found God not in the miracle I asked for, but in the quiet grace He gave me instead." The meal turned into a conversation. Her mornings were now filled with prayer walks, devotionals. She had found something better. Faith that wasn't based on feelings, and hope that didn't depend on circumstances. And laughter shared with people she once would have overlooked. Don't be afraid of the unexpected, because that might be exactly where God's best work begins. The conversation turned into a friendship. She said, "I thought I had lost everything, but I hadn't lost God. In fact, it was in the loss that I found Him more deeply." The friendship turned into community. Anna began helping out at the church's food pantry during the week. During a women's Bible study, Anna shared her story. She met single moms, not because their lives were perfect, but because they had seen God show up in the dark. Anna realized she had been so focused on comfort, she had forgotten what it meant to depend. One day while sorting canned goods, they talked. The very same girl who cried alone in her apartment was now inspiring hundreds with her story. "You're exactly who I've been praying for." She joined the ministry part-time. It didn't pay much, but it fed her soul. She was using her skills to serve people. And in that place, months passed. Anna no longer missed her old job. She wasn't chasing status. God had planted her in unexpected soil, but she was blooming. One afternoon, the room was silent. Anna was later asked to speak at a citywide event for young professionals on navigating setbacks with faith. She stood on that stage and said, Sometimes hope doesn't come wrapped in the answer we want. Sometimes it walks in through a side door we didn't know existed. I found hope in a church basement. I found purpose in a pantry. Anna's life was no longer predictable, but it was powerful. She never returned to the corporate world, but she didn't need to. She now tells others. If your life feels like it's falling apart, maybe God is letting it fall into place. Friend, if you're facing something that doesn't make sense, if you're sitting in a place you never expected to be, know this: hope can still be found. Faith can still grow, and God is still working, even in the silence. Your purpose might just be waiting in the most unexpected place. If this story moved you, let us know in the comments. Subscribe to Stories of Grace and Hope for more faith-filled content. Share this with someone going through a tough season. You're not forgotten. You're not abandoned. You're simply in the middle of your story, and God writes the best endings.